Segments are a very, very important tool in Google Ads. They give you a lot of information that sometimes is a little bit hard to find, or there's just no other way to see it other than using a segment. So, this is a really, really important tool. I use this all the time to identify a duplicate conversion tracking and explain that to clients where, maybe their account says they're getting a 2x ROAS, but you factor in like the duplicate conversion tracking, you show them that they're probably spending 4 times more than you do. This happens all the time. And again, that's really just Google Ads is complicated. The barrier to entry has always been fairly high. Google, I think, is doing a pretty good job of trying to lower it. In some cases, there are some things I just don't agree with, but that's a topic for another time. But to go into segments, like there's a few things that you can do in here. One that I use all the time for when I launch new campaigns, just to make sure they're getting into the auction. Like I'll segment on hour of the day, on a specific day that I started running traffic, or maybe I want to get an idea of like what time like most of the sales are being generated. So like you can see here, it's in military time. This account is on Eastern time zone. That's where I am. I live in New Jersey. If you're in Jersey, hit me up. But basically, this one sale that the account got was 20. So what is that? 8 o'clock at night Eastern time. Um, so that's the segment for there. Now, it's kind of annoying. Like if you're doing this day of, usually these will be. I think we can actually get these in order. Here we go. So now it's in order. So you could see, like, it's pretty cool because you could see where most of the money gets spent. Now, okay, I was looking at clicks before it was in order. So this is the segment. That was clicks. And you could see, like, there's a surge here. It starts to pick up here. So it ebbs and flows with just, the search trends. When are people searching? Now, this is for the whole period of time. And let me just actually clean this up a bit. So we'll just show all of January. You can kind of see this chart gets a little bit funky. But if we just filter on one specific day, of course I picked the day where there was no ads. Well, let's see, when do we have ads? So we'll go on January 8th. Now, if I was like in the middle of January 8th, like it's noon, I'm looking at my account, and I just launched a campaign, you'll start to be able to see, like, is this ad delivering by looking at this. So I'll use time segment just to basically monitor ad delivery. It's really, really helpful for that. Now we've got, so time, it'll give you more week. What did I click on? This menu is really glitchy. It always bugs. Week, month, quarter, year. So there's just like a lot of really interesting stuff that you can use here. Like which day of the week is getting more sales. Now, there used to be ways to, like, you could still do it, but you can basically bid adjust on certain times of the day. So maybe I want to spend less on Sundays because they get more traffic that's less quality. Usually the conversion bidding just does a good job of doing that for you now. So that's become less relevant. Conversion action is very, very nice because when people set up Google Ad accounts, sometimes they'll have multiple conversion actions, so you can actually see which one's getting the sales. Conversion category, conversion source, I don't really use these. Ad event type is really cool, and you can see where did they actually click. So this is not helpful. I think this basically just means they clicked somewhere in the ad. I forget. Like, I don't use all of these all the time. Let's see. Conversion adjustment. No idea what that is. Days to conversion. This measures time lag. I don't even know how to read this. I use other tools for that kind of stuff. So this was the same day sale. That's probably what this means. Which, is direct response marketers is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people to click and buy. New versus returning customers. I don't know how Google Ads measures this. I wouldn't really rely on this because they don't have all the customer data. So again, like that's better. You're better off using a tool like Northbeam or Triple Whale to help with that and understand how that works. Um, Device can be helpful sometimes depending on your situation. Usually, it's like one of the last things you'll optimize for, especially on search. Top versus other, so this gives more insight into like those competitive metrics. Network with search partners, so where's the traffic showing? Now this is a very useful segment because you could see like the search partners. This is like, so Google search has an API where you can embed essentially a Google, like you can create your own Google search engine. um, I've played around with it before, I've used it for certain things, but basically what happens is like, I think Ecosia is one of them. So this is a website that essentially it's a search engine like Google, but the money that they make goes towards planting trees across the world. I don't know if they use Google or Bing. I forget. I'll go more into this stuff in the search marketing principles course. Essentially, search engines, how they work, the business. But I don't think this one's a Google one. I think this might be a Bing search partner. I forget. I honestly have no idea. I don't even remember how to check. So, kind of cool. Yeah, no, this is Bing because you can see all the Bing links down here in the status bar. So this one's a Microsoft search partner. There's Google search partners. There's Microsoft search partners. DuckDuckGo, I think, is neither. But either way, segments are pretty cool. Now, again, like the most common one is like if you come here to conversion action, if you come to segments, conversion action, just real quick, duplicate tracking. If you have this problem, hit me up. I'll help you fix it. But basically, like if you come here, segment on, and you see like multiple actions, and essentially if you add up your conversions in this column and they all add up here, you have duplicate tracking. Like you're over reporting in your account. Let me know. I'll help you fix it. Just because I know like this costs advertisers in some cases tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, I took on an account that was overspending recently, like 50% of their ad budget every month, just because they didn't have good insight. So all that money could have been reallocated into paid social, and they would have actually been getting people to look at their ads instead of just like what happens is your CPCs just go up. But we'll go into that in scaling a little bit. I'm not going to talk too much more about conversion tracking the rest of the course. So segments help you basically just understand other stuff. Now click type, I don't think I looked at this one yet. Click type shows where they click and which one got the sale. So you could see like most people click headlines, some people click site link. I had some site links and promotion extensions. So this actually shows what I was talking about earlier. They don't always show. So in this case, my promotion extension that said like I have some kind of a sale going on only showed up for about 700 of the 6,000 impressions. So what is that, like 10-20%, something like that? Like they don't show up all the time. Site links don't show up all the time. It depends on the keyword, depends on how many people are bidding for those terms. So this is also just really, really insightful. And I like to do this on the ad account to look at all the search accounts sometimes just to see where people are clicking. And you could see like promotion extensions actually can drive up CPCs because you can see this one was higher. But, again, only one click. So maybe that's not the case. Not enough data here to make that decision. So segments, use them. Time will help with ad delivery when it's hour of the day. This will just give you more further insight into whatever you may be looking at. The conversion ones are really, really helpful. This stuff is, just again, like the whole idea of exploratory data analysis is to play with this. Mess around with these, try to get some ideas, maybe figure out how to optimize your ad accounts based on what you learn. Segments, great tool for that.